just wanted to share this one with y'all people in case it helps somebody out. A little different from the normal solar mess and FPV and everything else. Kind of a tool review, I guess you'd call it. I got a ladder from Harbor Freight. I had an old wooden step ladder I've been using, and that thing was, well, it was older than I was, or I am. And I got it from my dad many years ago. I've been using it, and he got it when he was young, and too many generations using it to walk. My older brother, me, him, and putting up electrical wiring and stuff like that. And it was real wobbly, and we'd used it forever. And I was coming down off the roof here getting some stuff out of my attic here in the building, and it twisted, and I fell, and so it kind of led me to go ahead and follow my wife's advice, go ahead and get a new ladder. And she's been on me for years about, but that's another story. So I got the coupon for Harbor Freight to get their ladder for $99, and it piqued my interest because you find step ladder for a big boy, 300-pound weight rating. They're not too cheap. So I figured I'd give this one a try, and right now it's on sale for $117. So I mean, you can watch out for coupon and get it for $99. I figured I'd get it a try. See, I like it. I can't remember the item number. I'll have to look it up, and I'll try to remember to look it up and put it in the description below. But it's their 17-foot model. It's one of these all-in-one combination ladders. You've probably seen them around before. This is it. It's fully extended and up. I'm 6'2". To give you an idea how if you're using it as like a step ladder, and it can get shorter from here, and you adjust it up and down. And this is their 17-foot model. I mean, as far as the ladder, for the most part, I like it. But I mean, we'll just go over some of the cons. Like, it's called the 17-foot model. Well, if you stretch it straight out, so that would be like, let's measure it from the foot down here with the tape measure. Alright, from the foot down there, following the leg up here to the center, or the pivot point, you got 7 foot 6 inches. 7 foot 6. 7 foot 6 times 2 doesn't equal 17. So it's coming up a little short there. I get 15 foot in my head. Yeah. So it's a bit shorter than what they say. It's 15. But as an all-in-one ladder, it kind of intrigues me because I don't have to go borrow an extension ladder because I didn't really have a place to put one every time I want to get up on the building from my dad. And so now I got a ladder. I can use this in here as a step ladder. I can shrink it down and store it. You've seen a lot of the operations, but on other videos, I'm sure, but you haven't really seen too many people going over it. But so y'all are probably familiar with the operation of this mess. I ain't gonna go all over that. They're convenient and flip out, but become an extension ladder. So that's what got me, and the price seemed good, so I figured I'd try it out. Another con, as I said, it's just shorter than they say. This is it. It won't lock in any tighter, or a little wider or anything. It's just one point right there, and it'll lock in straight out as well. So I guess it's 2 points, but I feel like in a way this is sometimes it's a little too wide. When you're tall and spread out, I feel like it's a little too wide. The next con, these are all subjective cons. The next con I'm gonna say is the steps. Now it's gonna be hard to do it on something like this, but the steps are narrow. When you got a big foot, you find yourself instead of just balancing on your feet, you want to lean into the ladder a little bit to kind of balance yourself. I'm still getting used to it. I've had it a couple weeks now, but I'm used to the wider steps on step ladders, and even on extension ladders, most of the time you have to double rung, so it's like a wider step because there's 2 rungs side by side. And on here, there's only one spot where that's at, and that's wherever you've got it stretched out the length where the 2 sections meet on each side. But now, as far as build quality, I think it's not bad. I think it's pretty good. I'm definitely gonna say I was pleasantly surprised with it. As far as being a cheap China ladder, we'll take a little bit closer look at it here. The steps and rungs, like these aren't welded in; they're kind of pressed in, as you can see. And they're not going anywhere as long as this thing, the railing, stays together. And with the rivets and all up there in the joint, that shouldn't be a problem. And the regular steps like these, okay, you see these pop rivets, that's not holding that on. These steps are held on. That pop rivet just holds this plastic cover on. Now, I don't know if I can show y'all. I can barely see it in there with my eyes, but they're actually welded. Yeah, I can't get no light in there. But the welds look, well, they're not the best, but they're certainly not the scariest welds. And also, I like the ladder because now, whether it means or anything, we've got OSHA and ANSI ratings on them. This might help you locate it too as well. Like I said, I'll let y'all look at this and scroll up and pause if you need to. And that's another thing that confused me. The ad says Hitch or Hallmaster, I think it is, but it's Vulcan ladder, so I don't know what the difference is there. But as far as the ladder goes, I think it's pretty good for a China ladder for $100. I don't think it's too bad. Trying to let y'all see all the crap. I think most of it's just repeating itself. Yeah, but at any rate, it's rated up to 300 pounds, and it's a pretty good little ladder. On the cons, like I said, just the width of the step. If you got big feet, it's a little narrow, but so as a step ladder, it's kind of meh, and this is an extension ladder, it's kind of meh, but an all-in-one, it kind of I recommend it. If you're on the fence about one, go ahead and try it. I think it's worth it, especially if you get that $99 coupon for it. Just keep those cons in mind, and the fact that it's a 17 foot, it's falling short by at least 2 feet. Really more. If you're trying to climb 17 foot, you need more than a 17 foot ladder. And this ain't even a 17 foot ladder. So, you figures 15. You probably, I say 13 at the most, probably less really, is more than you want to climb. I mean, if you're lighter, depending on what's going on, you might get a little higher, but just keep that in mind. That's only 7'6" from the foot up to here. And these buttons, they do lock in if you're curious, so that you can move it. They'll stay in, even though right there with a lock, but they'll stay in for you. So you move it, and then they'll lock back. So, if you got any questions about this ladder, please let me know. And if I'm going to be using it and abusing it. And other than the little subjective cons I mentioned, that's the only thing I can think of. It looks to be well built. As I said, I'd recommend it. It seems to be nice. And go ahead and pick one up. And if I have any problems with this ladder in the future, I'll definitely let y'all know about it. Appreciate it.